Alright, so this is a fun little bank. It's a reverse bank, 3 rails, bringing it back the opposite direction that it's supposed to go, as you can see, the direction that it goes. Yeah, it's very fun. You have to play a lot of inside spin, and on that third rail, the inside spin actually becomes outside spin because it's going the opposite direction, and it brings it back towards the side pocket. It's not moving as fast on the third rail, so the spin really catches right there, as you can see. And yeah, it's a pretty cool shot. I mean, it didn't really have the side pocket there. And you know, if you know the line that you're going, you can actually carry them in off other balls too. If there's a ball around there, and you know that it's going to go to that rail by the side pocket, and it's going to hit another ball, then you call this side instead of the other one. And yes, it works on the long rails too. It's just a little harder. You really have to pound that ball. Here's an Efren Reyes shot that he did in a match. As you can see, I'm hitting straight on this ball, and with right spin, and it throws the puts a spin on the 8-ball, so that causes it to go left. Right here, hits the rail, and then hits the cue ball again, and in the side pocket. And here's a fun way to make shape on the 8. Sometimes it's crucial, it's the only thing you have. In this scenario, I need to get on the other side of the 8 to try to make shape for the 8 to the corner. And just like that, it goes. Okay, here's an example of some balls that are frozen up to another ball, and the 8-ball in this instance does not go. It's blocked by the 7. Or does it go? Yes, it does. If you hit off away from the pocket and into the 7-ball, the 7-ball and the cue ball cause a squeezing action basically on the 8-ball in this example and push it towards the pocket. Here the 12-ball does not go. As you can see, it actually does if you push it off at about half the angle into the 6-ball, and it squeezes it towards the pocket. This 8-ball does not go to that corner, not straight in, no matter what you try to do for a cut on it, unless you use the 15 to squeeze it down to that corner pocket. And then it goes. Here's a closer look. So I'm not hitting the 8 towards the pocket at all, and they are frozen, so they are a little different than a normal Carom. Okay, here's just another frozen 8-ball in the corner. Notice how close I got with my tip to the cue ball in my follow through. Very close on that one. So here, this one is almost a foul, and the 8-ball did go clean, but I almost hit both balls at the same time. So why not go on the other side of the 8-ball? Right there. Push off into the 12 and squeeze that 8 down to the corner. You don't have to worry about a foul. And here's just a straight Carom shot, but it's very tight. I could use a bridge on it, so it was an air bridge. Alright, this is a fun little shot to try as well. It's kind of like a double jump. Well, it's a single jump, but you also have to jump the cue ball to get onto the 8, to get over your blocker balls. And I don't know if I would recommend it on the 8-ball, because if it flies off the table, you lose the game. But definitely, unless you're up a bunch of games or a bunch of points or whatever. But it's definitely a doable shot. With practice, you can get about 50%, 40% on it. I found there were some other ways that I made it, even when I screwed up, like this. Yeah, a little double kiss, and I got it in the corner. Here's a little kind of bank shot thing that happened. Still made it in the corner that I was trying. So it's an option. So here is a 9-ball situation where I have no real clear pocket to go to with the 1, but the 9 and the 4 are actually set up in that far corner down to the bottom. So I tried to figure out as many different ways I could possibly make the 9-ball. It did get fluky once or twice as well, but I also learned that it's really hard to get just a tiny bit of right spin when you're shooting that hard. That shot there, that one ball really shouldn't even went to the corner. Here's my view. I maybe have a third of the corner. I'm not sure how it went in. So this little shot is a force follow arc shot. Have to arc back the other direction now and then go forward at the right time. Yep. Here I'm on the wrong side of the one ball. I have to really manipulate it with right spin to try to get it to go the opposite direction it should. Here I'm just going to play with the horn a little bit. There's a few shots here. That's the right way to do it. Here's a couple fluky ways to do it. Especially this one, pretty fluky. Double kissed on the one ball. Here I'm playing a double kiss with a bunch of bottom. I'm just hitting it a little on the right hand side of the one and really bending that cue ball. As you can see, the line really bends right here. Boom. And here's another little double kiss with bottom right, which when it hits that back rail turns into left spin, which brings it back towards the 9. And you can see the one barely moved at all. This is just a basically these two balls are frozen and I'm bending it right here so that it doesn't hit the 6 and pockets the 9 inside. This is just a straight bottom shot, 8 feet on my table. Well, 7.5 feet pretty much. And just hugs that rail all the way down, which is difficult to do. Alright, this is my first attempt on this shot. And you gotta wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, first try on that one, and I got it. Although I thought I had missed it for a second, but it ended up being a Tiger Woods putt, a little bit of a hustler's putt, and yeah, the one and the cue ball were about a ½ inch apart, and they were both on the rail, flush on the rail. So it was a little difficult to try to get it to get off that side rail when you're straight in on it. And yeah, there's just the what happened in that pocket there with the 9 ball. It just hung up, completely stopped for a couple, 2 or 3 seconds, and then dropped. Thank you. Rail shot with running English, only it's a jump shot. Here's the jump with lots of left. My cue spins off to the left. There's just a jump combination. And there it is, slower. That's straight across. Now I'm going to actually jump when I say it. I'm going a diamond out and bringing it back on the jump shot with a lot of right spin on the jump shot. And we just barely get the one ball, it appears. Here's a better look at that. Looks like it's just a legal shot. And here's a couple little full tables right up. There's another. And another. You practice it enough, you get pretty consistent. Here's an air ball. Here it is in slow-mo. Almost slam dunked it, but the one flew off the table, unfortunately. There's a 3-rail shot, Carom. There's a little Masse rail shot. There it is again, just curves it around. And here's a full table cue ball rail pop. You can see it in slow-mo here. Pops up off that back rail on the way in, and on the way out it pops up over those balls. As well, hope you liked the video. I just practice all different kinds of shots, and if they ever come up in a game situation and I need to do them, then I guess I know how to do them. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.